Jumpin' Jazz Cat. Let's take a closer look at the score first. The score, which is in Piano Adventures book 2B, is a fun piece that explores lots of scale patterns. So let's look closer at that, because that's going to be a key to being able to play this piece. For instance, at the very beginning, we have a descending C major scale right here. Isn't that fun? Now, if you look a little further onto the next page, you'll see here it is again. In fact, these two measures that follow are also the same on the other page. We also have this really fun rhythm that we see often. Do day do day day do. It's right here. Do day do day day do. And once you've got that rhythm, it's repeated here and here. It's also repeated here and here. Be careful that this part right in here is different. Also, when you reach for the C chord, make sure that you shift the left hand to go there. The author has written, prepare the left hand, and she's giving you a clue. She's saying you need to move your left hand to reach this note. That's the lowest note in the bass clef, the bottom line. Can you figure it out? I'll give you a minute. Hopefully you're using your C's. Let's see if you can do it this way. So here's middle C. That's not too helpful. Here's bass C. That's pretty helpful if you can count backwards, right? You can either think do, ti, la, so, or C, B, A, G. Yeah. Or you could take it from the lowest C. And if you notice, this distance is a fifth, which we've been working on. Or do, re, mi, fa, so, do, so. In your score, you can mark it as a G. Now, here's something interesting that's going on in this piece. This scale that you see that I'm going to circle in red, hold on a moment, appears to be a scale that begins on G. But it doesn't have an F sharp, so it is not a G major scale. It just happens to be a scale that begins on a G, but it has all of the members of a C major scale. Interesting, huh? So that means that if you want to sing it in solfege, it would be so, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, so, do, re, mi, fa, so. And look at that. You have to shift again. Well, you're already in that position because you're using scale fingering. And so you know what this note is. Yep, it's a C, and it's that low C. This hand doesn't have to do any movement because they're already in C position from earlier in. But do you remember what this note with the sharp is? Well, we know it's re, mi, re. But it's mi, re, or D sharp. It's the black key to the right of the white D. This note is, well, that's the question. Are these notes also black? And the answer is yes, because once it's sharp in the beginning of the measure, it remains sharp. So this F sharp remains F sharp, this D sharp remains D sharp. But once we have a bar line, it's all canceled. So this becomes just a normal white re. And I bet you know what this interval is. Yeah, see how that note is bigger? It is a sixth. Oh, look, this pattern is being repeated here. And this pattern is being repeated here, except now we have a full C major scale. Continues on to an F sharp. And yeah, if you have done the C major scale, you're in position to play these two notes. Don't forget you have to go back to the beginning and play all the way through until you get to the fine. Let's listen to this piece one more time. Again. That funny G scale, then it goes up to here. Notice the right hand stays. Sixth. There's a 5/7 chord. Keeps going to the F sharp. My hand is in position for that. But there's a G chord without a D. Back to the beginning. This last chord with a little more finality. It doesn't have to be a full staccato. Listen to that again. Kind of gives it a sense of ending. Jumpin' Jazz Cat.